Hello, I'm Sarah from Turn Back Time. This is day 17. I've been extolling the virtues of this zone diet devised by Barry Sears for 16 podcasts now, and I've touted it as the answer to pretty much every problem you might be suffering from. By now, you might be thinking, but why this diet? Why not any other diet, which all claim to be effective, healthy, and the perfect way to manage weight loss? So I thought that I'd take the time in this podcast to explain why I believe this diet is better than the others. Firstly, it's kind to the body. It does not mean depriving yourself of food, quite the opposite. You can actually eat anything you like as long as you stick to the portion sizes. Although that does soon make you start to switch choices when it tells you that you can only have a quarter of a chocolate bar or a quarter of a donut, and then you wonder, what's the point? But there are so many goods on the list of recommended foodstuffs for this diet, which you'll find on the Turn Back Time website, that you naturally start to transition to something that's better for you and you can have more of. There are no processed shakes instead of food for meals. You can literally eat all day and even late at night. In fact, you should. All these things make it easy not to fall off the wagon. But the best thing about this diet is how fast you see a difference. Literally on day 2, everything you're eating just feels so healthy, and any cravings just disappear within a few days, and they don't come back. You know you're eating enough protein and good fat and fruit and vegetables. The fruit and vegetables are the reason why I promote this diet rather than keto. I know many people rave about keto, and while there are many similarities between the zone and keto, I think restricting the intake of the foodstuffs which are packed with essential minerals and vitamins is unnecessary. As long as you eat all 3 macronutrients in perfect balance, you can pretty much choose any fruit or vegetable to incorporate into this diet in some way. Juicing fruits and vegetables is a popular way to diet. But as we've learned in this podcast series, if you juice something, you smash up all the fibre and the juice sprints straight into the bloodstream. And this may raise your blood sugar. And without fibre, you also can't clean out your insides efficiently. It can also make you very hungry. The paleo diet is also very similar to the zone, but different in that it restricts dairy products. But for those who don't want to eat meat, and have given that animal protein is a complete protein, providing all 20 amino acids, which are easily digested, then dairy is a good source of that macronutrient. However, of course, one needs to be wary of what type of dairy product one is eating. Heavily medicated cows, full of hormones, can indeed make milk dangerous to the human body. I've treated children as young as 6 who've gone into puberty because of the estrogen-mimicking hormones in cow's milk. Imagine what that is doing to a male's fertility too. It's not the milk, it's what's in it. So search out milk from grass-fed herds or fed non-GMO food and absolutely no antibiotics. It's said that in America, 65% of the population are lactose intolerant. They're said to lack the enzyme lactase required to digest milk. But the deeper we get into the benefits of this diet, we begin to realise that so many of the problems in the body may have come about simply because the body's unbalanced, physically but also psychologically. Through my hypnotherapy work, I understand that emotional trauma can also affect the enzymes in the stomach from the very early childhood. Also, studies have shown that antibiotics may turn off the lactase enzyme. It's possible that this epidemic of missing lactase may be due to other reasons. It's possible that by rebalancing the entire body with perfect nutrition, those missing enzymes can be restored to the gut microbiome. If this diet can rebalance the entire hormonal system, it's not impossible it can rebalance the gut so that lactic acid bacteria can begin to digest milk again. After some months, it's possible you can try reintroducing certain foods which you were intolerant to. Many people have told me that this eating plan is not the way to lose weight, boost the immune system, or restore perfect health. They've said people should be fasting instead. They say that by fasting, the immune system kicks into overdrive and people eat less because the window of opportunity is restricted. But I have certain mechanical worries about fasting. Firstly, we know the body's carb storage is limited. If a person eats a lot of food at once, even if it is a huge salad, they are in danger of overwhelming that carb storage facility, which could raise blood sugar and promote insulin release, maybe even eventually leading to diabetes. We also know the body needs protein every 4 to 6 hours, but some fasting diets demand 16 hours without food, which may stress the body. People say that by depriving the body of food, it makes it increase its immune response. But if we have accepted that the body craves stability and balance and a regular intake of fuel just when it needs it and exactly what it needs, fasting can't supply that. It can even make it feel like it's in famine mode. Fasting is forcibly putting the body into survival mode, and we're actively striving not to do that. This eating plan could be called the Goldilocks diet, I suppose. Not too much, not too little, but just right. Numerous National Institute of Health studies show that fasting increases cortisol release, which increases fat by suppressing human growth hormone. You can Google that. So at what point does it become a counterproductive move? This is why I believe this diet is the best way. It's still doing its stuff for me. My waist has dropped to 33 inches. My hips are at 39.5 inches, just under that 40. And there's still descending change in my arms, my thighs, and my calves. My weight is holding out, still stuck, but I slept. I'm swooshing in water. I didn't deviate from the blocks at all. So I have faith. Maybe tomorrow, as Jack Nicklaus would say. Join me then.